brought the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Loaded up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh, you take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Radical Truth to Power, the progressive news show with less BS3. I am your host, Marlon Clyburn, and damn, I'm feeling good tonight. I had a great weekend. Tiring weekend, but a great weekend. But my mind is right for a show tonight. You didn't even know it, that I was a poet. But I am here tonight, and we are going to get started by saying off the bat, welcome back. I didn't have a show yesterday. I apologize. A lot of y'all reached out to me. Nikki is going to cuss out Tracy for not telling her that there was not a show yesterday, and she was supposed to. But we're going to let that slide, because that ain't none of my business. I told everybody. Not my fault. But on today's show, you will see that we will be taking a look at a comments from a loyal listener whose name is Anna. We will be dissecting that piece by piece, including a video that she attached to her comment. Anna has been on here, Tracy, almost a year now, or a little longer. Tracy's been here for a minute, and she put a comment on one of my videos, and it was long. Oh, it was long. Oh, it was. But I like Anna, good people. But she did make some comments in there that we will be discussing. Also, we're just going to jump into Foxy's videos of the week. Some controversial, some not. And since Theus is not here, I even have one for Theus. So before we even get started, let's see who's already here. Susan, who is 2 hours early, says, well, I'm not going to sleep in anything. But this is what I emailed. This is what I commented back to Susan. And just to say it verbatim so everybody don't have to read it is, you really don't have to wait until the show starts to actually comment with each other on it. Once I post the show on here, you can start going in the comment and start talking with each other. You know, I'll catch on and see what's going on. Maybe there's something that y'all want to talk about that I haven't covered, but, you know, just get in there and just get to talking. Tracy is already here, but she wanted to say hey to everybody before she gets started. Hello to the host, the ceremonial person for this episode. Hello, Anna. How are you? I am perusing my spell book, We'll get to that. To that real easy. Geez, I thought I was early. And what's this be respectful? I'm not well, Mickey. You know my difference between respectful and you. You know what the difference is. But Mickey did say hello to everybody. Susan is back. Hello to everybody.
Hi, Susan, Anna, and Mickey.
And everybody just oh. Hey, Mickey C, we got somebody new here.
Hello, Lorraine.
Lorraine Hart. Welcome, Lorraine Hart. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you coming in. Really do. If you are new here, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you so far enjoy our content, do not forget to hit that like button if you're new here. Please do not forget to hit that like button if you're returning. Please do not forget to hit that like button if you're just bruising by here. In other words, please do not forget to hit that like button. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you like listening to country music. I don't care what you do. Just don't forget to hit that like button.
And subscribe.
Tracy, how you like it so far?
So far, so good. Yesterday wasn't a good day. I sat here all day. Sarah, I'm like, what? I don't got nothing to do. What am I going to do? I don't got nothing.
I got that a lot yesterday. Everybody coming in, I ain't got nothing to do. You ain't doing the show. I'm doing that. I was like, I told everybody I'm not going to be on here. But to make y'all feel better, nobody told me that the Batman was 3 damn hours. And it shouldn't have been. It was a good movie. I will give you that. No movie for the rest of this time should ever be 3 hours.
Oh, then you don't like The Godfather.
No movie should be 3 hours anymore. Learn to say less.
Yeah, yesterday I'm like, oh, time is just crawling.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Lorena. Are you Anna's mother? Yes.
Hi, Anna's mother.
Hello, Anna's mom. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so glad that you are here tonight because there's a couple of things that I wanted to discuss with you about your daughter. So I am so glad that you are here tonight. Your Mama Squirrel. Oh God. Nope. She's not Mama Squirrel. We're changing that. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So, like I said from the beginning, Anna, who's a loyal listener to this show, made a comment on one of mine, and it was long. I make jokes about it. It was long, but it did have themes that I wanted to discuss on the show. So we're going to start off by making sure everybody know who Anna is, just in case you don't know. Anna's been on this show for almost a year. She's been a loyal listener. She comments a lot on this show, and I really appreciate it. And one of the things she really does a lot of is she does ask questions, which I appreciate. If you don't know the answer to something or something is confusing, ask the question. There's nothing wrong with that. She's very respectful with the questions that she asks. Also, what you may not know is Anna is also the ambassador for the Ukraine for the United States. That's something that y'all may not know. And she's also Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. Some of these things that you may not know about Anna.
Gosh.
So this is for Anna. Remember, ambassador for Ukraine for the United States, and she's Wanda. Now here's the deal. What the heck are you talking about, Marla? What the heck are you talking about? I'm not going to tell you what the heck I'm talking about. What y'all need to do is go back to watch Tracy when we did the presidential address live, and you will understand exactly everything that I was saying. I'm not going to do your homework for you. Go back and watch Tracy when me, Theus, and Tracy watched the State
Anna.
of the Union address, and Anna, which you will understand why I call her Wanda when you watch it. But go back and watch it. It was a very good show.
Everybody who's watched it so far has they laughed their eyes out.
So when do we get a bathroom break? The same time after 1 hour. Jeez, can I even start the show first? What do you think I got out of short and
Asana.
Okay.
Imani?
You gonna have to help me with that
you
one.
don't went on my head with that one.
The next time you talk to me, you're gonna have to say that. The next time that we live on, you're gonna have to Aksana.
Aima?
Aksana Amani. Am I even close to that? If I'm close, let me know. If I'm not, don't let me know. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, she attached a video to it. I am going to respond to the video because her exact question was to I wonder what any reaction to this video it might be. So I'm going to show you the video that she had attached to it, and we're going to break it down piece by piece. So here we go.
Let's go ahead and debunk this whole white privilege thing. Is there a white entertainment category on Netflix, Hulu, and Prime? No, but there is a black one. Is there a white-owned restaurant category on Uber Eats? No, but there is a black one. Are white people being hired to fill a diversity quota in corporations and companies? No, but black people are. And is there a whole system of affirmative action for white students that puts them in colleges of which they are unfit to attend purely based on their race? No, but there is one for black students. And can white people go out and riot and loot and burn down businesses in the streets while being cheered on by the political left? No, but black people can. White people, don't you dare say a word because you'll be labeled a racist. If you want to know who's in power in your country, think about who you cannot criticize.
So I'm going to let everybody get their whatever they're going to say out of their system.
It's a good thing Theus is not on this one.
Didn't pay much attention to the speech. I was deja vu in the camp. You still have to watch us do it, though. It was actually kind of funny. I will.
No, Anna's a Patreon. She's got it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
It's but the ones who aren't a Patreon. Yeah, that's what I saw too, Minky.
It wasn't a parody. It wasn't a parody. And if you look further, she's actually on another show because she's finally tricked somebody into believing, hey, I'm going to give you all the reasons why I'm leaving the left. If you're like, 20 at the best, who cares? But anyway, I'm going to break it down, everything that she said. So let's start off with the first one when she says, does white people have a category on Netflix, Hulu, and Prime? Do the white have a category on Netflix, Hulu, and Prime? No, but black people do. So let's look at that. Did y'all know there are 3,000 categories on Netflix? Broken down on every which way you can. Of the 3,000 categories that's broken down, African and or African American takes up a grand total. So no, black people do not have a category. Black people have 19 categories. So of the 3,000, we have 19 of them. But let's double that. Because you were just talking about black, so let's talk about blacks and Latinos. So we'll just double the number. That gets to 38. Let's add another 19 to it for Native American and Indigenous people. We are now at 57. So of the 3,000 categories, on Netflix, and I'm only using Netflix because it's still the biggest movie platform there is. Minorities, Black, Latino, Indigenous people, Native American. Take a grand total of 57 of the 3,000. So, young lady, let me ask you this. Minus the 57,000, what do you think the rest of the platforms are for? Just take a guess. Because your sense of thinking is just because we didn't label it white doesn't mean it's not white. But I thought y'all was sick and tired of labeling things. But moving on. Tracy, I'm sorry, before I move on.
This Candace Owens wannabe needs to go back to school, shut her mouth. See, I went to church, so I'm really trying not to go say what I want to say. But she needs to have several seats. I'll leave it at that because I don't cuss. But she almost got me there. Almost.
So I'm going to move on to the second one. Black categories on Uber Eats. Once again, we can actually literally add this to the same thing as Netflix. Let's count how many restaurants are in the black category compared to who are not in the black category. If you're paying attention, there's a theme to this, but I'm going to move on. Number 3 was a full diversity quota at the workplace. Yeah, in and of its sense, that would sound like discrimination. That you are hiring black people simply about the color of their skin. And in a sense, it is discrimination. Until you add in the fact that the same black person that you hired because of the color of the skin is not getting paid the same as their white counterparts because of the same thing. So I appreciate you giving us the job. Unfortunately, we're still not benefiting from it compared to our white counterparts. Has anybody caught on to the theme yet? Nope. Okay, I'll move on. And I'll do 5 and then I'll start reading everybody's questions, comments. College diversity quotas in schools. And this is my favorite part, for unqualified people, for unqualified students. Says who? I'm sorry, says you. Because you're under the assumption that because there's a diversity to get black students into colleges, all of a sudden that means they're not qualified for it. Let me help you out on a little history lesson. There was a time when there were black students who was overqualified for colleges who was being turned down because of the color of their skin. But I digress. Let's go ahead and just talk about the white students who really, literally were unqualified to go to college, who wound up going to college, the college of their choice, for a ride. Wonder why? Anybody picked up the theme yet? No? Okay. Let me see what everybody's talking about here. That's more than I knew, honestly. Oh, there's more, Anna.
Yeah.
There's more. There's a whole lot more. I thought that was a parody too, but yeah, she's immature and trying to be a star by throwing black people under the bus. Candace has been living off that for a while now.
But she has to have an heir apparent.
Yeah. So unfair that the qualification for the Supreme Court is a black woman. Don't tell anyone that being a white male was the only qualification for over 200 years.
100 years,
yeah.
Thank you. For real.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Number 6. White people riot. Do white people riot and loot and burn down buildings?
Yes, we call it January 6th.
Let me see. I don't know. Do they riot and loot?
Police are squabbling with protesters. Oh, there we go. Take that house! Take it now!
They seem like they're working on it together.
But you know what? I'm being a little unfair. Because black people, that's that all of a sudden, that is now our ace in the hole, the Capitol riot. A one-in-a-lifetime event that happened. It is not the norm. That's something that we always want to stand on when we talk about rioting and looting and everything. We are talking, when she was talking about the same old homegrown rioters and looting that's been going on in this country for years that seems to always be only done by black people. So please stop talking about the Capitol riot. That is a once in a life. That's the extreme of the extreme. So please stop talking about just that. We're talking about the everyday grown, always black people always doing the rioting, and that's what she was talking about. So let's talk about it.
Funny how the media covers white riots versus black protests.
Breaking news.
Seems like when the protesters are black, the media uses some pretty harsh words.
The bad guys. Lawlessness, looting.
Wild animals.
Criminals and thugs.
Thugs. Isn't it the right word?
However, if you're white and you're tearing up the city because of a game, you're just young people.
Young people danced on a flipped over car.
As UK fans did stupid things.
Some maybe got a little out of control.
Seeing a scene like this just shows how passionate the UK fans are.
It's so tough to lose, and unfortunately the ugly side that we sometimes see in sports.
And notice how the police always show up to a black protest in military-grade equipment, and yet the media claims they're just doing nothing.
It's inexplicable why the police are doing nothing.
Let's mobilize the National Guard.
If I'm a rioter and I see the police doing nothing, I might feel like I have a license.
You would.
But at white riots, the cops actually are standing around doing nothing.
Another group of cops over there just standing there.
No one was really doing anything.
These guys look like they could be watching a parade. And why is it that the leadership of the black community is always called into question?
Where is the leadership?
Leadership.
The black leadership.
The absence of leadership.
And it goes back to leadership, but that leadership has to come from the community.
But no one ever questions the leadership of white parents who let their kids burn down and vandalize their college campus.
These are just young college students who think they're playing some kind of a game with police officers.
You know, sometimes they don't even call a white riot a riot.
Party gone awry.
Some fans got a bit too rowdy after the win.
A dispute, a bloody brawl.
There was some type of altercation.
Waco, 170 arrested, 9 people dead.
They're not thugs.
Baltimore, no deaths, but it's a riot, chock full of thugs.
Thugs.
Just thugs.
What if the media portrayed white rioters the same as black protesters? Let's switch the audio and see how it plays out.
Breaking news, violent protest.
What you're looking at is the unraveling of the civil society.
Criminals and thugs.
And they're raising hell and they're destroying property.
These idiotic thugs, rioting and looting, are hurting their own people.
Wild animals burning buildings down.
Especially if they know the media's all there, right? Got the cameras on everyone. It's become its own reality show.
Who acts like that towards a police officer?
Think for yourself.
Last, but certainly not least, white people don't say anything or you'll be labeled as a racist. Have anybody picked up the theme yet? I'll give you a few seconds. The artist of the Minnesota police station was a Boogaloo boy, arrested, charged, and confessed it. Many Boogaloo infiltrated the BLM protests to start trouble and blame peaceful protesters.
Yep, but those are facts, Mickey. She wasn't speaking on facts.
I had 2 black friends who did the white apology tour when they were young. They learned, but it took some hard personal lessons.
Yep, they found out that he was black one day.
That's the one black protester in the insurrection who's still in jail.
Yeah, you're going to find out soon enough.
How many people does a news script go through before it's read on air for mainstream media?
I would say a few.
If I had to go through it, it'd probably be 3 because it'd probably go from the writer to the editor to who's ever reporting.
No, because somebody's gotta peruse it to see, is it just enough racism in there? It's got to be slanted one towards one way or the other. So there's got to be that person.
So nobody guessed what the answer is. What was the theme of everything that I said? And the theme of it is content. Context. See, I literally can say absolutely anything that possibly can say racist or non-racist as long as I don't add a backstory to it. So all she really did, honestly, was gave you a bunch of titles. Netflix has a category for black people. No, I'm not going to tell you that there's 3,000 categories. I'm just going to tell you that one of the 3,000 categories is black. So is Uber too. I'm not going to tell you about the diversity program and the reason for it. I'm not even going to tell you what the college diversity program for and the reason for it. I'm not going to tell you about anything other than the fact that if I bring this up, you'll be seen as a racist. I've never seen Anna as a racist, not one single time. Why? Because she asked. It's very simple. All you have to do is ask logical questions of stuff that you just don't understand. And if you have an open mind to understanding it, we're cool. If you come in here try to ask a question knowing that you already have the answer to it, I'm going to beat you down. It's just that simple. I've been a black man all my life. You're not going to come in here and try to explain to me what stats have shown. Don't care. Stats have not changed my life one time. Stats have not, and I don't want to speak for Tracy. Have stats ever changed your life in
No,
any
they
kind
have
of way,
not.
shape, or form?
Nope.
Okay. So that was the difference. You purposely took out content and just used titles. Nice try, though.
Yeah, what really makes me mad, although you didn't kick it to me, I'm just going to throw this in here. What really makes me mad is they always seem to find these black people who enjoy kicking black people under the bus. And if there's nothing that makes me angrier, is that.
Well, here's the deal, Tracy. Because white racists, white supremacists, white privilege needs that. They need the few black people who agree with them. It makes their day. So it doesn't matter that millions disagree with them. Millions have a story that contradict them. Millions have stories that says that everything that you trust and believe in is a freaking lie. No, we can count on about 50 that says that we're right. And we're going to put you on a pedestal for agreeing with us until you overstep your boundaries.
Yep.
So no matter what, stay in your place.
I just want to know what's going to happen to her and Candace Owens and Larry Elder when they realize that they're black. I just want to know what's going to happen to them. What do they think? Like, they think society is just going to forget that they're black because they said some anti-black comments. It doesn't work like that.
I was hoping. Oh, but Marlon, I have the good stats. Oh, Susan, I guarantee you have the stats that are from the government and was notarized by God. Still haven't changed my life, not one bit. Not an inkling. And another thing that I say that never be that never be put out there that about black people and indigenous people and Latin American people that's not the same for white people is. Have you noticed that we're still the only race that seems to always have to still overcome? Even in 2022, we still have to overcome, overachieve. And if we don't do that, that's our fault. They never say that about white people. They never. Now, what they say about white people is if you work hard, keep your nose to the grindstone, you will succeed. In a sense, that's correct. That's not the same thing with black people. It's work hard, overachieve, and overcome.
You got to do twice as much to get half as much. You got to work twice as hard to get half as much.
Even factual stats could be twisted. Stop complaining about cop killing black men because they kill more white men. I asked them if they understand what percentage means. It doesn't matter if they understand.
It doesn't matter to them.
Their sentence stopped at stop complaining about cops killing black men when they kill more white men.
That's it. They done.
They stop right there, Mickey. Because anything that they say afterwards skews their quote.
Yep.
I don't truck with. I get it, Susan. I think you got my point, though. So let's go through Anna's letter. Big, long. Just messing with you, Anna. So let's start off with something that kind of hits home with me a little bit. And she started up with, while my friends were getting talks from their parents about how to behave in front of the cops, I was told to use my white privilege talk from mine. I never feared for my life, even when stepping between my friends and cops. That is not uncommon at all.
Mm-mm.
The very best that white parents will actually tell their kids, and rightfully so. Don't get me wrong when I say twisted, because I don't want you to misinterpret that anything that I'm saying that white parents do with their kids is wrong. It is not wrong. It's absolutely factual. But the furthest you go is respect the police. Don't disrespect them. Do exactly as they say. Black parents say that and also don't make any sudden moves. Always tell them what you're reaching for. When you're reaching for it, do it very slowly.
Yeah.
As soon as the cops pull you over, you put both hands on the steering wheel. And in some cases, which I didn't even know because this is how bad it is, in some cases, black drivers don't even put their license and registration in their glove compartment and in their wallet. They put it on top of the dashboard, Velcro, whatever. So they don't have to reach for it, or at the very least, if they reach it for it, the cops have plain view of their hands at all times. We literally have the story of a woman who was taken out of her car and handcuffed. Why? Because the cop looked through her wallet and found that not only was she a registered gun permit, but that she was carrying. So they took her out of the car and put her in handcuffs. Do you think they do that to white people who show that they have a registered gun and they have a permit to carry? No. We're on totally two different wavelengths here. And people fail to want to see it. We don't have a choice. And I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The difference between white people and black people getting pulled over, white people go, oh my God, I hope I don't get a ticket. Black people go, oh my God, I hope I don't get killed. Tracy?
Ditto. I have nothing else to add. It's a shame that we live in the society that we do, but we live in the society that we do. They really are.
You really are. That advice sounds good, but if you got the wrong cop on the wrong day, Casio, yep, told the cops he had a
Yeah, he had a gun, registered to carry
told
it.
him to take it out. When he did, he was murdered. Yep.
And let me.
There's the difference.
Yeah.
I can show you the video. I can show you the video of the cops standing in front of a white man who had a gun on his holster. Tracy had a gun on his hip.
Yep.
Had his hand on the gun.
Yep.
Cops never pulled theirs.
Nope.
They just steady sit there trying to talk to him. I can show you the video of the white guy who's wrestling two white cops on the ground.
Never shot him.
And constantly kept reaching for their gun. Gun never was produced from the cops.
I'll do you one better. There's a young man who went to a church, killed 9 people. They arrested him and then took him to Burger King. Don't start me. Don't start me on this because I could get really mad really quick.
So let's move on. Hope everybody understood that. We have a strong and vibrant sex-positive community where I live in Washington. I can be more open here than in a lot of other areas of the country. I'm very grateful for that. We still, however, have our share of a-holes who think they have every right to interrupt our meals, dates, school events with our kids, etc., with their bigotry and or religion. The more things change, the more they stay
the same. Yep.
Ain't nothing going to change. There is nothing going to change because, Anna, regardless of anything and everything that you just said, even as a white person, even as a Native American person, it doesn't matter. You're different in some type of way. That's the point. That's the point of all racism and all bigotry of any level, way, shape, or form. Is you're different. If you're different, you're dangerous. If you're dangerous, we have to stop you. Stop you from what? They don't know. They honestly don't even care.
Oh, they'll make up something.
They'll make up something to stop you for. Even if they'll stop you from doing something in the future. Your Minority Report. We don't know what you're going to do, but obviously you're going to do something. So we're going to have to stop you now. Same thing. Sometimes my sexual orientation is on display, especially when you see with my partner or at the Pride Parade when I utter Seattle Girls of Leather. The next time I see you, Anna, you're going to have to explain that group to all of us. I want to know more about them. I struggled with dozens of doctors for 8 years to find out what was causing my illness and started treatment. Holy moly, the amount of gaslighting. I was having seizures and couldn't keep food down. But so many doctors told me it was in my head. Those are the lazy, already paid, rich-ass doctors who really don't want to work anymore. So apparently, since they can't figure exactly out what's wrong with you and or they actually have to put in extra work to find out what's wrong with you, it's in your head. Would be surprised if someone was hoping that you died so they wouldn't even have to deal with you no more. Hate to say it like that, but I've seen it like that. Sad world we live in. They would rather see you dead than to be bothered with you. Especially the looking comments when I say I'm on Medicaid, SSI, or when I take out my EB card. Oh, you can't even pay the doctors? Oh my God, no. It's in your head. I'm not even getting real money for this? No. I'm gonna go out of my way to treat you. Are you serious? No. No. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Okay. I'm serious. I want you to tell me about that group. Because apparently Seattle, California, Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona, Doggone, I should have kept that. It's a group of girls of leather. Seattle girls of leather. You know what? Sound like a blithering idiot. I just had it up. Seattle girls of leather, San Francisco girls of leather, Arizona girls of leather, and I'm missing one. There's another one, but I just can't remember what it was. As I learned more about adversity and the tick-borne illness, I saw an alarming trend. Every year in the U.S., we get somewhere around 20,000 tests that come back positive for Lyme disease, the main tick-borne infection. Of 18,000 of these tests were from white people where the doctor at least listened enough to order the test. Otherwise, keep in mind the 18,000 number, okay? 492 of them was Asian, 373 were black, 92 of indigenous, 572 of others. Did they even get up to 2,000? Or a little over 2,000? So let's give it a little over 2,000. Let's put it at 2,500. 2,500 out of 18,000 was up for non-whites. And we can also use that number for AIDS, HIV, heart disease, cancer, lung disease. The list goes on and on and on. We'll get to you when we get to you. It's the motto. I ask these questions and share my experience to hopefully become a better advocate for others. Thank you, Anna. Because that's all we on this show wants to do. We didn't reach a bunch of people. I don't know. Don't care. Told you if I reach one person and change their mind about things, I've had a good week. Because I don't know how many people that can change. Like Marcus and Mondale was saying the other day, when they took a hiatus off and they came back, and it was like, I can't believe how many shows got started after people watched our show. You don't know whose life you're going to touch. So I say the same thing to you, Anna. That's why I would yell at the top of my lungs. Y'all see me act like a madman when I hear somebody say they're going to quit. That's the most irritating thing you could tell me. Because when you quit, they win. Because that's what they want. They want you to quit. They want you to get back in line. Stay in your place. As long as you're fighting, you're pissing them off. And as long as you're pissing them off, makes my day a whole lot wonderful. I enjoy it. Tracy?
Again, ditto. You're not saying anything that I disagree with. I'm like, okay.
You know, I said I'm just going to work on my talking.
Yep. But that's when you get off into a long, like, okay, let me get, and then but this one, I'm like, yeah, okay, I agree.
I haven't got enough beer in me yet, which by the way, for anybody that's questioning, I actually have gone down on my beer content tremendously. And I don't know why. So I have to take care of that all tonight. Got to catch up. Mama didn't raise a quitter. Let's see what everybody is saying out there. I'm going to have to send you all English translated something called the Law of Judah. It's the
Jonte. I don't think that's Judah. I think that's Jonte.
Jonte, okay.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
I'll go with yours. You go with mine. I don't know. It's the real Constitution of Denmark. Okay. You know my email. Everybody should know my email address. I hope y'all do. Do you know what the leather lifestyle is? Kink. Something with powerful dynamic in a personal relationship. No, I don't know what the
I think I could
lifestyle is.
guess,
That's why
but
I'm asking you to tell me. And I'm kind of getting wit. Not let me phrase that. I'm not getting wit kink. I'm understanding it more. I'm not getting with it. I'm really enjoying the diversity of everything that sorry, Tracy, I don't mean to disrespect you when I say this, but
yeah, we're going.
High Christian society has for the longest time tried to put in the closet as being immoral while they break every freaking commandment in the book. They just know how to hide it better than
Yeah,
the
they
rest
know
of
how. Yeah, I was gonna say they know how to hide it, but you're not offending me.
No.
Not on that one.
Funny that white people look down on all foreigners who look different. Gee, I thought the Native American and Mexicans were here first. That means the whites were the ones who looked different. Yeah,
Yep.
but then they outnumbered you.
Yep, and then they
Well,
killed us, and then
they outnumbered you by killing you. That's how they outnumbered you. They didn't outnumber you. The numbers were very skewed when your number population went down while their population went up. And your population went down because they was murdering you. And then they skewed history, but we already talked about that. You know what they're doing now? I know a leather man on a king farm. His handle is Cowhide Man. He dumb and one of the sweetest men I ever meet.
Okay, I don't know what Dom means. You going? I really don't know.
Dominatrix.
Oh, thank you, because I was like Dom.
And the funny thing about it is,
I thought that was only women.
No,
I don't know why I just associated it with women.
Because Hollywood had made it that being a dominatrix is much more sexy being a female than a male. Sorry, I'm awoke. Ooh. I was 25 when I first looked at stats and tick-borne infections. It stuck out, kept sticking out that the numbers couldn't be right even with percentage. No, it was probably is correct. Probably on the nose. Do you know that it is hard even for rich black people to get the same type of insurance as white people? Oh, I'm sorry. That little girl said,
yeah, her.
True. That wasn't true. There's no such. I hate to put words in the mouth, but apparently there's no such things as systemic racism. So apparently that's not wrong. That's wrong.
Whatever planet she living on, that's all I gotta say. Whatever planet she's living on.
I'm sorry. Let me go. Even with percentages and Lyme's a tick-borne disease. Lyme disease is one bacteria, but there's a lot of other infections that tick carries. A lot like long COVID, we call it chronic Lyme. Oh, jeez. There are lifelong consequences for both. Ooh, Lordy. It breaks my heart. Even I know I get on the people who don't take care of themselves and with the COVID situation and things like that. And I know I go, but my heart still goes out to people that you get it once, but you feel the effects for the rest of your life. Was it worth it? Don't get it. I don't get it. Don't get it. Dominatrix is a gender. Dominant is any gender.
Dominant. Okay. Dominatrix is usually about women. Okay, got it. That part I'm familiar with.
Dominant is any gender.
Yes.
Dominate. You know what, Marlon? Good gracious. Dominate tricks. Thank you, Susan. I got the sweetest people on here who literally can explain something to me without making me sound like an idiot. Pick up a book, Marlon. Dominant is any gender. Dominatrix is usually about women who are paid for their services, who are professionals. If you would read, open your mind, you would know that.
Oh, stop. You are already making me want to punch something. I can't stand that when people do that to me.
Read, my brother. Read. Pick up a book.
But according to old girl, black people can't read. We aren't even good enough to get into predominantly white colleges.
Oh.
Well, she gonna find out real quick. She's gonna find out really.
And then y'all complain that when black athletes start going to black colleges, what the hell do y'all want?
For them to make money for their white schools. Duh.
Oh, okay. I just want that. This is my 2022 thing. I want y'all to start saying it.
Oh, they never gonna say it. Come on.
I got a video that's gonna explain that to me. I have a pet response to all those who deny systemic racism, but the only people who deny it are those who approve of it and want it to continue. Yeah.
Hey, you saying it, Mickey?
Yep, Susan. Men who use dominance here too. Dominatrix is a professional for Marlon. Dominatrix is for women. Dominant.
So if I'm looking to pick up a side hustle, no, I'm gonna be quiet.
Read, Marlon. Read.
Use your brain.
Use your brain.
The little one that you have, now use it. Oh, I can't stand it.
Use your head for more than a hat rack. Oh, that was my all-time favorite. Use your head for more than a hat rack. That my ass off. So many people expect you to know everything about everything. Yep.
I already know I don't know. Like,
and that's the funny thing about it is I love that fact that I don't know everything and I'm learning more. I could be embarrassed for the simple fact that there are younger people who I am learning from, and I'm almost 50.
Oh no! Oh! Could we stop this? Could we stop this?
We're not gonna stop there.
Oh, somebody! Oh. I don't know what he's doing, y'all. So I'm just gonna talk to you all while he dances. I guess that's what he thought he was doing.
Do white people have a school predominantly used for only white people? No, but black people do.
Yes, not mentioning they were created because black people couldn't get into white schools. Don't know how she forgot that, but
learning keeps me young. Exactly.
Amen.
Thank you. It does. Somebody put this in perspective. And he was using it for a marriage role, so I'm going to the left and come back to the right. So just hang in there with me. Somebody asked him a question: when you're having an issue in your marriage and you separate, is it best that you work on your marriage or work on yourself? The answer is you work on both.
Yeah, you got to work
because
on both.
You yourself is a work in progress until the day you die. You're always going to be working on yourself. You're always going to be learning something new. Yeah. You're always going to be growing. You're always going to be learning new experiences. You're always going to be doing new experiences. So if you decide you're going to work on yourself before you work on your marriage, you ain't never going to work on your marriage because you always going to be working on yourself.
Yeah, you got to do both at the same time.
You have to do both at the same time. Now, I'm going back to what the reason I was saying that is because you're always going to learn it. If you think you know every doggone thing, you lied to yourself. You don't. Especially if you consider that you're cutting off certain information because you don't want to know about it.
Yep, we got somebody like that who held down the office of president, but I'm not trying to get this whole discussion political.
That's when you begin to be wise, when you know how little you know. Yep.
Hey, you telling it now, Susan.
Yep, thank you, Susan. Okay, well, it's 1 hour till we could leave a little 3 minutes early, unless Tracy, you have something.
I have nothing. This has been great. I've been looking forward to this all day.
So you know what? We are going to take as early as 3 minutes is, but we're going to take an early break. So Susan, here's your bathroom break. Nikki, here is your, what do you do during a break? Reboot. Here's your computer reboot break. And we'll be back in 3 minutes. Y'all stay tuned.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, I wanna be free, finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free, finally, finally, I always say dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, finally, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, higher to above you. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally.
I am so thrown off because I never put the videos up for Foxy's videos of the week. So if y'all will please give me a few minutes. And this is going to be quite different because unfortunately, because I didn't do it earlier, I have no idea what the titles are. But welcome back anyway. Welcome back to Radical Truth to Power, the progressive news show with Let's Be S3. I am your host once again, Marlon Clyburn, along with Tracy of Tracy Media. And while I have you, please do not forget to hit that like button right here, right now. I would truly appreciate it. A couple of news that you may have missed, that Tracy's Patreon is on her Tracy Media website. Theus is Patreon/Complex Mind. And yes, Radical Truth to Power is now on Patreon. It's Patreon at Radical Truth to Power. And as far as I understand now, you have to spell Radical Truth to Power exactly the way that is spelled. All the capitals on every word in order to find it. So you have to spell it exactly like that. Also, to keep everybody in mind that Radical Truth to Power Patreon goes to the show. It is to expand the show, new equipment for everybody, so on and so forth. I, who now have a Cash App, that money goes to me to do what I want to do, which is funny because I never actually do anything with my money anyway, other than nope, I just never do anything with my money. But if you just want to donate to me, you can donate to me. So once again, please do not forget to hit that like button. I appreciate it. If you are enjoying the show, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. So let's catch up on some during the break. I was reading through some of this, and people are really breaking down what kink is or leather is. I'm a sub mostly, but these can be hard work and requires a lot of self-control every time. That's not the one I was looking at. Oh, remember we was talking about love language. Leather people would say they forgot control. Do you like it or not? Wow.
See, y'all be telling me stuff I really don't want to know. I just don't.
Welcome to the show. So in 3 categories: want to be controlled, want to control in certain circumstances, always want to be submissive. Okay. Empty bladder and laptop is fresh. There we go. Welcome back, Mickey. For the people for you know, she didn't want you to stuff you did down to.
Yeah, I guess in that situation it would be.
No. I'm good. Really good way to describe it, Susan. There are some social norms that we follow and we celebrate in people that you might like it to being in the army. Yes, sir. No, man. Etc. I'm gonna let y'all hold that conversation because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, because I'm like, what?
And that's my fault because usually when they talk amongst themselves, I don't put it on here. I usually just let them talk. Tracy, tell us how your day went while I try to put these things together.
Oh my gosh. So for everybody, plug in my own channel time. So on Tuesday, I invited my Patreons to come in, and I may be jumping what you had in order, but if I am, you can tell me and I'll be quiet. So I invited our Patreons to come in and basically talk over Joe Biden's State of the Union address. It was Marlon, Theus, and even Anna joined us. And the reactions that I've been getting from some of the people who watched it, my sister said she was in tears because she was like, I paid no attention to the speech, but the commentary was just genius.
Oh,
so everybody's got good things. I'm glad I did it that way, but you and Theus see, me and Anna and I, we were trying to be the serious ones. But that idea went out the door like 2 minutes in. It was just like, okay, it was a done deal. So of course you can't see the whole thing unless you're a Patreon, but I do have a clip that's on the webpage that you can see it was just, I want to thank you guys for doing that so much because you didn't have
fun
to.
me. If I'm going to do the show, I'm going to make some fun of it. Oh, I got a last video that I have no idea what it is.
And of course, Marlon's called dibs on having the next one on his platform so he could say what he truly wanted to because apparently he edited himself when he was on my platform.
What did I do?
No, you said you wanted the next one on your platform because you wanted to say what you wanted to. I'm like, well, because I don't allow everything to go on my platform. I'm like, no, you're not going to do this,
It
this,
was
and
fun to be, for real. It really was fun.
But we did have a lot of fun.
Excuse me for 1 second, real quick.
You think that Trump is...
Okay. You could go ahead.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, I just appreciate it. And yeah, I'm glad to be here today because, like I said, yesterday was struggle street. I'm like, oh, come on. It was no Golden Girls on the Lifetime channel, so I couldn't watch it. I'm like, and of course, y'all know I'm a football fan. So now that football's gone, I'm just like, what am I supposed to do all day? What am I supposed to do? I'm just like, don't ever do this again. Like, if you get an idea, just move the show to another day of the week, but don't just not go.
She was excited for you.
Yes, all day, Anna, because my day Saturday, it just dragged and dragged and dragged.
It was fun. It really was fun.
Yes, we did have a lot of fun. Yes, but Anna, you didn't know my rule about no cursing. This and Marlon do know.
You know what, Tracy? About no. What she is talking about is that Anna was saying that somebody had used sign language to curse somebody out, and I think Theus was like, so what it is, and Tracy, no, you can't use cuss words. She wasn't. She didn't even move her hand. No, you can't use cuss words on my show. She didn't use cuss words. She used curse hand. She did not use
curse hand and curse words are the same. No, that's not the same thing. On the Tracy Media platform, they are the same. Thank you, Anna.
It's gonna be Biden again. Cause we got 2 more of these to do.
We got 2 more of these to go, Anna. So he got to give at least 2 more.
But I have to say, it was fun.
But it was sad at the same time.
I just could not pinpoint exactly what it is that made it so much fun. I couldn't figure out what exactly took it to a certain area and range where it was just made it so much fun.
It was the lady in the gold dress for me. I mean, I watched that several times. I just went back and watched it.
Father Tracy also not allow you to smoke on those shows.
No, I said as long as he smokes cigars and they're tobacco based, yes.
Which she knows that's all I do in a way. So yeah.
Yes. So I turn blind out of that. But I'm just not with the profanity. I can't be.
Even if you sound like
it's my platform. My platform. I make the rules.
Foxy videos of the week. Now, this first video right here, I don't want anybody to explain to me what he said at the beginning, because we know. I don't want nobody to explain to me what in the middle he's talking about, because we know. What I want somebody to explain to me is what the living hell was he talking about at the end.
You think that Trump is actually still in power right now?
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
So you think Biden is not the current president right now?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. Never believed it.
So Trump is the current president right now?
Yes, sir.
So are you mad at Trump for the high gas prices?
No. It's not Trump's fault.
Whose fault is it then?
It's Joe. He's got to set all this.
But Joe Biden, where's Joe Biden? He said he's not president.
He's not the president.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is.
So how could the gas prices be his fault? if he's not president.
What you don't understand what they're trying to do. They have to wake up the dingleberries that are still asleep.
Okay.
Question: what is a dingleberry?
What the hell is a dingleberry?
What the heck?
What is you talking about?
I thought he was gonna bring up the QAnon. I was waiting. I was like, come on, bring out QAnon, please. That was the after show. Mickey used to be on my show called The Progressive Queens. And I wouldn't allow it during the show, but the after show, I winked it. But since Marlon never comes on the after show except for on Thursdays.
I'm a kinky, gay, disabled, white, witch, charlatan, everybody.
Channeling.
And Ukraine ambassador for the United States. You keep forgetting that part. That's a really important job. You really need to get into that. Woo.
Yeah.
Dingleberries have it.
Oh my gosh.
I do know what they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we're gonna know this one. We don't have to guess.
I don't think he was meaning.
Hey, Marlon, you blurry for some reason.
My internet seems to be messing up, and I am hardwired in, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're a little blurry. But the question was pretty obvious. If Trump's the president, then who does he blame for high gas prices? He's got to blame Trump. He's the president. I mean, let's just take out the fact that gas prices are never any president's fault, whether they're low or high. Okay, we'll just skip that fact. But but how can Trump? I can't with people. This is why I don't engage in conversations with all people. All people don't have good sense. They don't. And I try my hardest, but you know what? People like him, they walk the other way. If you see me, just walk the other way. I cannot, I will not, and I'm not going to.
Oh, this is going to be a bad show. My internet is really messing up, and I am hardwired in, so I have no idea. So imagine what that my birthday show going to be like. When I'm straight up on Wi-Fi. Marlong having your
lens. There's a lens. If you do this, it'll clean it.
Is it clear now though?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's the internet. Because I said it now that it's clear. I have a scale. Y'all can't see it on my side. I can see a scale where it shows that if it's showing nothing at all, the internet is good. If it starts showing bars, something's going on with the internet. Right now, it's showing it's clear. So my lens will be clear. When it starts showing those bars again, I'll be blurry again. But who the heck is Marlong?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Marlong?
Marlong. In my world, dingleberries have three meanings. One of them is yep.
Boy, they just...
Yeah. Forget you, Mickey. Nobody uses no dial-up. We talked about that the other day. Do anybody even have house phones anymore?
Yes, I have one.
Really? You have a house phone?
I have a house phone. It comes with my cable service. I have cable phone and internet. I didn't want to separate because I'm like, okay.
I don't know, but it didn't disappear where people thought it was because people were still using analog because they I have no idea. Y'all, I have to find out the numbers for that. People was really thinking that analog was still more productive, more stable than digital. So they was constantly kept that analog signal going. So yeah, there was still dial-up going on. Plus, we got to remember, Mafia, we moved a long way. We have moved ahead in technology a lot. That doesn't mean rural America have. They still a few ways behind us. It's hard trying to get, if you're still in a rural area, Texas, Montana, Utah, Florida, where you're not in the major cities that gets the 5G and everything, you kind of have to figure you're going to get what you get. I hate to say it like that because that's what we've been trying to get with the Build Back Better plan, Biden. That's what it's called. But you get what you get. So
President Manchin doesn't want it. And what President Manchin says goes.
I finally ditched my landline a little over a year ago and got a sale. It took me being in dangerous situations to do it. Yeah. And I get it and I get people who don't get a cell phone because, quite honestly, there's people who just don't need it. They're at home all day.
No, but if you're driving and if you had the situation I had last week with my tires, plural.
And you have people who don't drive.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
my grandma had went her whole life. So that's 80 years of her life. Never drove once. Well, never drove legally once now. She ain't going to tell me how her youth was. So we're just going to say when I was there, she said she never drove. But if you know the Clibers, we usually going to do stuff we had no business doing. But that's neither here nor there. The next video is, well, I'm not even going to tell you what it is. It's how I've been feeling for the longest time.
A lot of people in the United States right now are renting Airbnbs in Ukraine and buying stuff off of Etsy from Ukrainian sellers in order to get money into Ukraine. They're never actually going to stay in that Airbnb. They're not going to get that product from Etsy. They're just doing it to help the Ukrainian people. So they were posting about it on Facebook, and a lot of people came into the comment section and was like, this is absolutely disgusting. You should be helping Americans before you help anybody else. Now, keep in mind, these were the same motherfuckers that whenever we said Black Lives Matter, they're like, but all lives matter. So what is it? What is it with you motherfuckers? Either all lives matter and we should take care of every fucking body, or you motherfuckers were just lying when you said all lives matter too. Which one is it? We fucking know what it is, but I need you motherfuckers to finally admit that all lives don't fucking matter to you. Please fucking do that or shut the entire fuck up.
Boy, was she talking fast. Woo-wee! I'm like, honey, you off to the races.
Thank you. Thank you. I know Tracy over there cringing. That would have been good if it was for all that content.
I wasn't going to say that. I was not going to say that. I mean, sure, I was thinking it, but yes.
I'm rural, but between two fairly big towns, so internet is good there, except when power goes out, which only if it rains, snow, and blows.
Yep, that's me, and I'm in a large city. Supposedly never happens.
And see, Nikki, my landlines are underground, so I don't even have to go through that. So we have an outage. It's one, we don't have an outage, and two, if we do have an outage, we're in a whole heap of a lot more trouble than people whose lines are, overhead. If it's overhead and it goes out, the people are out there automatically. If it's an outage and it's underground, our backyard is going to look like a quandary in a few seconds. So they're going to be doing some serious digging. It's hard to have a cell phone. If I'm in trouble, when I grab to contact my caretaker, my mother is paying to be in my home caretaker. I get it. And there, like I said, there are some people who really, bless their heart, they just don't leave the house for nothing. There are some people who really, there are people who put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into their home to design it, to put it in a certain way because they're never going to leave it. And if they leave it, they do what? They go to the grocery store and come back.
Yeah, they go to the store and come back.
They go just to get their medicine and come back. They're not going to the movies. They're not going to the park. They're not going to hang out with friends. They're not doing any of those things. They are homebound and enjoy it. Me, I would lose my ever-loving mind doing something like that, but there are people who are and live a very happy life. I've been using my phone in years, kept it only for emergencies until I had an emergency and no power, no phone. Yeah, boy. I love that lady. I did too.
Yeah, I loved her, but I'm like, honey, slow down. Slow down.
Swear it has its places. Yeah, I agree. Was that Trey Crowder's little sister? Could have been. Could have been the way she was talking. That's what it is. Trey Crowder talks that fast.
Woo-wee. I'm like,
Trey Crowder could put a 2-minute monologue in 30 seconds because he just talks.
I mean,
but the
she's
funny thing about it is you
right.
understand every doggone word that he's saying.
Oh, I did for her, but I was like, what she was saying was true. They only want to take care of white Americans.
No, everything.
Yeah, they have an app for everything, but I use the reader because I can't with my Android phone. I will not get an iPhone.
That's me. I've been a semi-hermit for over 40 years. I prefer walking in the woods. Yeah. There's just people who are like that. Nothing wrong with them. They're not antisocial. They don't like, they're just like that. They like being alone. Until I got myself together, I love being in my man cave. I wasn't antisocial. I like dealing with people. But if you gave me a choice between going out and being in my man cave and watching my TV, watching YouTube, watching the internet, and this was before the show, before I started this show. Yeah, I chose my man cave. I enjoy doing it.
And I'm the exact opposite. I have to be around people. I didn't know how much I needed people until this pandemic hit. I was just like, oh.
And that's what the funny thing about it. Those are the same people that's looking at people that's crying about, oh my God, I got to stay home and be. And they're looking at you like, so?
Yeah, they're all like, yeah, that's what I prefer. I'm like, oh no, I got to be around people, except for in the office. I don't know. But I'm talking about socially. Like meeting up with your friends to go to the movies, or meeting up with your friends to go for breakfast, or meeting up with your friends to watch the game.
Yep.
Don't have animals, so.
What do you think farmers do all their time? You think every farmer actually have a family with them? There's some farmers.
Oh, they're making their kids work the land. Hey, get out of here.
No, I'm saying for the ones who don't have kids, who are not married. Even if we was to go as far as the ones who are in the rural area, and you see them on TV sometimes, but these are real true people. When you see the ones that go into town, they stay in a far away area, they go into town to only socialize. If they're going to socialize, they'll go to the bar, they'll go to the dance, or they'll go to the grocery store, and they go back home. Again, what you need a cell phone for?
Yeah.
You pretty much know where they're at. If they're not in town, they're at the house. They're not at the house, they're in town. People enjoy stuff like that. I can't blame them. I can't do it, but I can't blame them.
Yeah, I can't live my life. I got to have people somewhere in my life. I got to factor it in somewhere.
All righty. We'll go from performing and being around a lot of people to being alone in the woods. Hey, sometimes it's the people that you deal with that make you want to go in the woods and be by yourself. Let's just be realistic. Okay, this is for all my black brothers and sisters. And I've said this before. Not everything is that deep. Now the joke is because it wasn't actually explained in here. The joke was, can white people say something that white people do that black people can't? The joke is when we hear a joke, this is white people. When we hear a joke, we can laugh and stay in one place. The joke being where black people laugh, oh my God,
We traveled the whole darn room.
We traveled all the way up the walkway, all the way back laughing. That's the joke. It's funny. Especially when you see the videos and you actually do see people, oh my God, spin around and circle. Oh, that's the joke. And that's it, folks. That's it. It's a done deal. Nope. Gotta take it one step further.
What can white people do that black people can't?
This is easy. When something is really funny, we are able to stay in the same place, like not go anywhere.
I'll give him that.
Okay, but do you know why that is? Also, that was funny. It goes back to slavery. On most plantations.
Hell no.
Bill.
No, it don't. No, it doesn't. Oh my God, it doesn't.
Is she seriously for real? See, it's people like her. I know. I'm hoping that was a sketch.
I hope it was too.
There's woke, and then there's just nightmare-ish woke. She nightmare-ish woke. She's to the point of being, well, I don't need to know. Girl, sit down. Sit down and shut up. It is true.
It goes all the way back to slavery. Really? You're going to explain to me why we laugh and travel is started back in slavery? Really?
It goes back to, and she said it with the serious, it's a stereotype. That's true. I can't, if I laugh, I'm going to go from this living room outside, walk around the block, come back, and then go into the kitchen. It's what I do. It's what every black person I know does. Maybe I don't know every black person, but the ones that I do know will travel while they laugh. I'll say it that way.
It dates all the way back to slavery. No, the hell it don't. You couldn't explain this to me in a million years. Let me explain this to you. It dates all the way back to slavery. Okay, when the hell was we laughing when we were slaves?
Thank you, for real.
Please explain to me whether
we moved from place to place and we were laughing. No. Get on my nerves with that stuff.
Right place, but just take it down.
No, some people should just shut up. Just shut up. Don't say anything.
Just take it down, sweetie. Just take it down.
Laugh at the joke. It's true because it's funny because it's true.
And that's the funny thing about it. It's funny because it's true. Now, obviously, we're going to have some. That's not true.
I don't do that.
I can laugh when I'm moving. Yeah, again, if you're new to this show, we don't work in absolutes. So if you're one of the people that we're not talking about, at the same time, we also didn't say all black people.
Yeah, like I said.
Since we're using word salad on everything, we didn't say all black people.
And I said, hey, I don't know every black person, but the ones that I know, every single last one of them travels when they laugh. That's just what they do.
Funny as crap to me. And he had a point, so, don't know why. All right, the next video. Some of y'all may not get it because some of y'all don't have kids. I had 5 of them. And I'm not even going to drop our picture because it's real quick. I may even play it twice because it was just that realistic to me. And it's absolutely true.
Ding dong.
Say it again.
They threw that baby like that.
Yeah. The title, just in case y'all didn't see it, was when the grandparents say they're going to take the kids for the weekend. Yeah.
What you shouldn't have had, you should have did like me. Just don't have children. If you're going to complain that much and always want to get rid of them, why do you have them in the first place?
You do know that we have more happier times with our kids than bad times. So
I'm just saying, you're the one saying,
every time. People kill me with that. If you didn't want to go through it, why did you have kids? I'm sorry, why did your mama have you? Because unless you want to tell me that you was the angel of all angels and you never did anything wrong.
Of course. Look at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You wasn't. And I don't know a doggone thing about your childhood. I guarantee you wasn't.
Just don't ask my siblings.
I am your siblings. That don't help.
But no, what it gives me is like they're throwing the baby in there. Okay.
Hey, get on out of here. All right, there we go. All right.
Come and get them. And then as soon as we show up, oh, I miss them. Blah, blah. Make up your mind. That's all I'm saying. Make up your mind.
I love the way at the very end the lady goes, ding dong. We're going to bust in. We're going to drop the ball. We're going to get out here. Then we're going to tell you that we was here.
And then go have another kid. See, that's what I'm like. Y'all can all be. And here's another one I'm going to say. Stop expecting people without kids to babysit your children. We don't got time for that. There's a reason why we didn't have children. And it's not to watch your children. Just wanted to get that off my chest. Thank you.
We had to teach others to not first. Walking in on us would be really embarrassing for them. Not the way they was doing it. They could have cared less what you was doing. They was dropping the kids off, throwing them in the room, and getting up out of there. So, technically speaking, you go ahead and do what you was still doing. We still out. I'm sure he threw that little girl on. So, I mean, yeah, it was a joke. I know it was a joke.
Hey,
hey, you gotta go. Here we go. Gotta go. Gotta get up out of here. All right, we may end up leaving early out of here. So since Theus is not here, and Theus is the sexual, disgusting person of the team, this is dedicated to Theus. It's also dedicated to Mickey, but it's more dedicated to Theus.
Dating lines that'll get the shit slapped out of you. Number one, baby, you want a stud in your life? Well, I got the STD. All I need is you.
Number two, is your name Winter? Because you'll be coming soon.
Number three, I'm no weatherman, but you can expect a few inches tonight.
Number four, I'll be Burger King and you could be McDonald's. I'll have it my way and you'll be loving it.
Number five, goddamn, baby, you just cured my erectile dysfunction.
Number six, want to go on an 8? Or you'll get the D later.
Number 7, you like jalapenos? Well, tonight I'm going to be jalapeno ass.
Number 8, come here, baby. See what I did with one finger? Imagine what I could do with a whole hand.
Number 9, you ever kissed a rabbit between the ears? Want to try? Hey, hey!
That is for my man Theus.
I have heard almost every one of those terrible, awful.
Are you kidding me?
I have literally, not saying towards me, I have literally heard men say those things. No, I am not kidding you. Especially the one about the rabbit ears. Yes.
You heard the one about the rabbit ears?
Yes. Wasn't said to me.
Really? No, I don't care who it was said to. You've heard it before.
And the Burger King one with the Big Mac. Yep. All time. That one was actually said to me. And I'm like, get out of my face. Get out of my face.
I'm sorry, Tracy. I literally thought all of these were jokes.
No.
I literally thought
two of them, I was like, yep, those are real. 2 of them. Now the rest of them, I'm like, oh, the 8 one, I'm like, okay, I've never heard that one. Yeah, some of these men, to all the men out there, y'all got to step y'all game up because,
Jeez, that's gonna be hilarious.
I mean, they were funny, but I'm like, yep, at least 2 of them are true.
See, I've never heard of any.
I've heard the Burger King one was said to me, and the other one, I've heard the rabbit ears one, yes. Thank you, Susan. Some men do say that stuff.
It's actually used?
Because they have no game. They don't know how to say, gee, I'm interested in you. Would you like to go on a date? Nope, they got to come up with stupid line. You plus me equal. Oh gosh.
The Burger King and the McDonald's line has been used my whole.
Thank
Really?
you. Yes. People use that stuff and then, all the time. Not all the time, but you know what I mean, a lot.
I am dumbfounded. I really
Don't
am.
be. You're married, so you don't have to use these lines. But think about all the dumb lines
I'm
you
married
use.
because I didn't use those lines. I think.
No, I'm just saying. But think before you were with your wife. What lines did you use to pick up a woman?
Okay, let me make sure I get this right because I don't want nobody picking on me. I think it was this one. That was it. Not my favorite one, but y'all said the other one sounded like a porn movie, so I'm going to stop playing that one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that is our show for tonight. Tracy, tell everybody where they can find you.
TracyMediaLLC.com.
You can find me next Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring it back Saturday night 5. You can see me next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Radical Truth to Power. Please do not forget that I do have a Patreon page. Please come and support it. So does Tracy at Tracy Media. So does Theus and Complex Mind. Please go out and support us. If you are new here and you did enjoy this content, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. As always, please do not forget to hit that like button on the way out the door. As a matter of fact, hit it right now as I speak so you will not even forget. What that was about. So until next time, stop this one. So until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Oh, I'm so discombobulated without Theus here. Okay. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.